Drunk on Broad. What up, boys? It is week 11, 10 weeks in the books. I know you guys are a little bit sad this week as the Eagles dropped their first game of the season. It was a show on Monday night. It should not have happened, but it did. We said all along the one team that finds a way to control the clock, get a couple timely penalties, maybe some fumbles, and it all happened on the same night. But I'm sure you guys will rally. You've got bigger dreams than just the perfect season. From a fantasy perspective, week 10 was full of goodies. Justin Fields is, in fact, God in fantasy football. Most points in a 4-game stretch in the history of fantasy football for the quarterback. 130 points in 4 games. Unbelievable. If you have Jalen Hurts over the last 4 weeks, you should have won all 4. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I feel like a broken record. We say this every week. He is a target monster. 10 catches for 119 yards. However, he does not find the end zone, which keeps his buy window open just a bit. If you can go get him now, most people have their trade deadline this week or next. Throw everything you can to try to get him. It's coming. 10 for 119 is all you can ask for if he gets in the end zone. That's a top 5 guy, week in and week out. Kyler Murray sits and the Cardinals win. Would you look at that? James Conner looked like 2021 Conner with 2 touchdowns. More on Conner to come. DeAndre Hopkins, 10 for 98, just another day in the office for Hop. He's absolutely unguardable. He was worth the wait, worth snagging in the 7th, 8th round whenever you could get him. Zach Ertz is done. Hollywood Brown could be back this week. That's big. Everybody thought it was for sure after the bye week, and it still could be, but he practiced today. I would not be shocked to see him suit up for some sort of role on Monday night, which is great music to the ears of fantasy owners. Tyler Higbee goes 8 for 73. He is now, in my eyes, the number one option in that offense. You would usually think, oh, the other receiver will step up. Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson, and they should, but I don't think they're the number one look. I think Tyler Higbee gets around 10 targets a game going forward. If he's out there, and he might be because his name is just not a sexy name, go get Tyler Higbee. You're going to get great production from him going forward. Tony Pollard. Running back 2 overall since Zeke went down. This is what Tony Pollard truthers have been saying for years. The opportunity presented itself, and Tony has seized it. Zeke should be back soon. I'm not exactly sure what that will do to the role, but I still think Tony Pollard is an every week start, even when Zeke is healthy and playing. He's just that good. Aaron Jones is so far above A.J. Dillon right now. Incredible. Based on them being drafted just 3 or 4 rounds apart, the difference in production is unbelievable. A.J. Dillon has been a huge disappointment. RB38 on the season. I don't think you can sell him. You're probably not cutting him because he's still a top handcuff. But we had bigger hopes for Dillon than just a handcuff. We thought he would have a good role. Maybe as the weather changes, Green Bay finds a way to get Dillon rolling again. But right now, he's unplayable, just like Kareem Hunt. Unplayable is the word here. If Chubb is healthy, Kareem Hunt and A.J. Dillon are killing you. Both of them outside the top 35 running backs since week 1 and 2. Moving on to week 11, here's my rundown of advice. I've got 6 or 7 things. First, I'm selling James Conner after his 2-touchdown day. Brutal schedule coming up for Conner. San Francisco, New England, Denver, Tampa Bay, and a bye week, all in the next 6 weeks. No thank you. Sell immediately if you can. I am buying Tyler Boyd. Jamar Chase is still on crutches. I don't know that we see him come back in the fantasy season this year, which is heartbreaking. I have some shares of Chase that I really need him to get active. I don't know that it happens. It's week 11 and he's still on crutches, so you're running out of time here. Tyler Boyd's value is going up, especially in redraft. Get a price check on selling Juju Smith-Schuster. This one hurts because I love Juju. I have a lot of shares of Juju myself, but it is so crowded there right now. Kelsey, Hardman, MVS, Tony, and the running backs. It's going to be a roulette. I've used that word a lot about the Eagles. These really successful teams are just going to take what they're given by the defense, and it's not going to be Juju on a consistent basis. So the name carries value. His last 4 weeks before this last week getting a concussion have been really good. You can probably get equal value for Juju. TJ Hawkinson is absolutely legit. He is my tight end 3 rest of the season, only behind Kelsey and Andrews. I am buying Hawkinson. At least check the price. It may be too high. That owner may realize what they have, but if they don't, if they're sleeping on him a little bit, he's worth it. His role in this offense is going to be juicy all the way out. Finally, just a little bit of how we feel about where you're at with at this point in the season, with just 4 games left in the regular season for fantasy. If you have a winning record or are confident that you are going to make the playoffs, go buy players from teams who have guys on bye week that cannot afford to lose again. What I mean by this is, example, Tyler Lockett, Kenneth Walker, Christian Kirk, Ingram, Godwin, Evans, all these guys that are on bye this week, you can go get from teams that are 4-6 or 5-5 and feel like they're up against the wall. They have to do something to stay alive. Give them somebody who's playing this week and take their Tyler Lockett, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. On the other side of that, if you have to win out, don't wait for your bye week guys. You have to move them for equal value. Don't sell them cheap, but somebody out there that's 7-3 or 6-4 will take those guys and give you guys that can help you right now. So make the move, go do it. That's it for me this week. Like we always say, losing sucks. Don't do it. And go Birds. Feel free to DM us anytime you want. We're going to have some more articles and discussion topics on the website this week. We'd love to hear from you guys at losingsucksfantasy.com. Good luck in week 11.